know I'm a god man people, man. Jamaica people, they don't know class and class, man. Only for things happen this year, you know, but feel like after winning the trophy, can dedicate it to the country for sure, strong as a nation. Yeah, man, and thanks for always supporting New Zealand, supporting Mount Pleasant, and supporting Jamaica, and like just doing a lot for football. Yeah, to the fans, the guys mean a lot, and yeah, let's keep going, man.
Alright, so Mount Pleasant has won the Concacaf Caribbean Cup after a stunning performance both in the first leg and in the second leg after beating Universidad. Alright, so in the first leg, Kimoni Bailey scored in the 8th minute, and that was the only goal for the first leg. Wayne Brown in the centre forward, Walker in the attacking mid, Green on the left, with some other talents like Alex Marshall coming on in the 77th minute, and Kyle Ming coming on in 85th minute, and Shaquille Branford coming on in the 77th minute. Alright, so Mount Pleasant is a local team in Jamaica, and the Caribbean Cup consists of teams from the different Caribbean countries, and this goes to show that Jamaica is more than just the national team. What I mean by that, we have a lot of different talent, bro. We have a lot of local teams that have been producing a lot of talented youngsters over the years. That's why when it comes to picking a reggae boy team, I think we need a good coach to really differentiate who's going to make a good fit in the squad, because Jamaica is full of a lot of local good talent. Alright, so back to the second leg of the Concacaf Caribbean Cup. Mount Pleasant, Universidad scored their first goal in the 45th minute and also received a red card in the 27th minute. And Jamaica, Mount Pleasant, Wayne Brown scored a brilliant goal in the 62nd minute. And then Universidad scored back in the 69th minute. And Tyreek McGee scored a brilliant goal to seal off the cup. Alright, so those who don't know, Tyreek McGee recently joined Mount Pleasant, and this is one of the biggest impact he have made on Mount Pleasant, by helping them to win the Concacaf. And this picture that he posted up basically send out a message: pass the ball. You get me, as it? And as I said before, there's a lot of brilliant talents in Jamaica. It's all about just picking the right one. And Tyreek McGee is one of those brilliant talents, and we have seen him before in the national team. But, the fact that we have been changing coaches often, every coach is going to have their preference. Every coach is going to have the different players that they decide to pick, So the best thing to do is keep calm and pass me the ball. That's what Tyreek McGee said after winning the Concacaf Cup. And as I said before, this goes to show that Jamaica is full of a lot of talent. If a team like Mount Pleasant, a brilliant team, brilliant local team, can win the Concacaf Cup, this goes to show that Jamaica reggae boys can make a lot of damage in the World Cup when we go to the World Cup. We just need to pick the right team. You get me, I say? Alright, so we're going to go to the group stages of the Concacaf. Back in the group stages, we play Universidad, and we beat them 2-0. So we are used to beating them. We played that team, the Central FC. They also got 2-0 at their home. So you see where this is going? Jamaica, Mount Pleasant was the best team in the group. And the best team purple to win the cup. And you have another team that goes by the name Mocha. They have also received 2-0. And you have another team that goes by the name Robin Hood as why? That goes by the name Robin has also received a 1-0 with Jamaica. With Mount Pleasant on a red card. So you get me, I say, we were naturally the best team in the group. When you're the best team in the group, eventually you're gonna have the advantage over all of the teams to win the cup. So when Mount Pleasant won this cup, it was expected and it was well deserved. That's why the players behave in that manner to show their appreciation. You get me what I'm saying? So, as I said before, Jamaica is full of talents. We just need the right coach to really find the talented players that can make a difference. Because if we don't get the best coach, we're not going to get best out of the players. You get me what I'm saying? And the fact that Jamaica has appointed a new coach now, let's see what he's going to bring to the table. What does this mean for the Jamaican team now? Well, I think winning any trophy is a big achievement. At the end of the day, this goes to show that your hard work has been paid off. This goes to show that you have what it takes to win. This goes to show that hard work, dedication, team play can lead to this. And winning a trophy, I think it also gives that country or that team a bigger exposure. Because once you win a cup like that, other teams or other countries going to look in and say, what? This player look like he have the potential to be one of our players. So get me I say. So I think that is probably one of the biggest biggest exposure of winning a cup. Because winning any cup, I think once you're playing for a league, even if it's a small league, a big league, or a domestic cup, a Caribbean cup, it doesn't matter what kind of cup it is. Once you're playing for a cup and you finally get that cup, that goes to show that your team, your players are the best players in that competition. And as I said before, this goes to show that Jamaican players are talented. This goes to show that Jamaican as a country is full of talented players. And every player want to play at the most the biggest level they can play off, the most competitive level they can play off. That's why when they get exposure like this and other teams buy them, they go to the countries or go to the team and perform at one of the highest standard. You get me I say? And the best way to get the best potential out of a good player is putting that player in a good team. You get me I say? So I'm happy to see that Jamaica is making this progress. And with the playoffs coming up for the World Cup, and we have a new coach in staff, a Jamaican coach, born Jamaican coach, and was currently coaching a Jamaican team. We hope he can pick the most suitable team for the remaining match for the World Cup. Because as I said, I have hope same way. Although most Jamaicans have lose hope, saying that the group stage was the easiest way to go to the World Cup, and the playoffs is the backup. But sometimes you're on a trip to your bucket too. You have to just get back up, and I think that was what Jamaica went through. And I honestly think that with this new coaching staff, we can make a lot of damage, bro. Because as I said, the most vital part is picking a good team. Once you pick a good team, that is the starting. The second part is playing good and performing, playing as a team, supporting the team members, and that is the second part. The third part is Jamaica supporting their team. Once we have all three of those, World Cup definitely I go see it. And I strongly believe that we are going to make it to the World Cup, making history and making this being our second World Cup qualifying. I get me I say.